for red side.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Jeez.
And he's actually up against Maokai, another short range top laner, a little bit more sustained though, so we'll see if he can take the poke.
I still think that's a terrible pick to pick into Swain. You want something that's aggressive. You want something that's like willing to fight him. Tanks are essentially herbivores, and against the yeah, they're like.
That's beautiful. Oh my god, just wait. You're right.
And against like a Swain, you're not gonna want that. You're gonna want something that, you know, isn't just gonna get eaten up by the Swain.
Minions are plants.
Pretty much.
It's the Zyra Khan combo you were wanting in the first game.
Perfect. All right. Straight up, the comp for NC State is definitely looking like something a little more in solo queue. I'm worried how that's gonna turn out. I honestly think Chapel Hill's just got it with this comp. You know, you've got the Zyra Khan that's gonna win level 1. You've got the Corki that's gonna scale up. Go ahead.
We'll see, because as strong as Zyra Khan is level 1, the Shen is also very strong. Level 1. He's got a lot of presence early on, especially if he takes Q.
I like how they did the fake leash. Did you see that?
Yeah, actually did. They played it. They pretend like it was actually happening.
Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna see the level 1 as well as the good scaling. Like, Xayah just outscales Ezreal a lot. So
this is cool because I get to see like the different jungle patterns. I'm not a jungler, so it's always nifty. And Zach actually started his wolves. I don't know if that's the usual thing.
Don't know about that one at all. I've never heard of that one.
Oh, Shen casting Taunt on Rakan, winning that trade. He took Aftershock too. That's really, really good for him.
Yeah, that's a big trade. I don't know why they're not more aggressive in this lane. It's kind of.
I'm telling you, dude. Shen will dumpster that Rakan if he goes in.
Shen's got the taunt right now, so what really needs to happen is before he has the auto attack protection, they need to start like really trading with them.
But if he uses his W to go in and Shen deals more damage with the Ezreal spellcasting, Kha'Zix coming in down bottom for the level 3 gank. Looks like Xayah's gonna fall early. Kha'Zix snowballing very quickly.
Yeah, the only way I see red side really winning is if they try a bunch of stuff like this, where they get the they kind of end up cheesing and they get the Swain ahead again or the Ezreal.
That or blue side int. It just plays like bronze. We'll see.
Like, if you play in high elo, everything looks like bronze to you. You just start being like, oh wow, this guy didn't throw his skill shot at this exact time that I wanted him to, the dirty bronze player.
Kha'Zix with the early game pressure in the enemy jungle, forcing Zach out of his own jungle, stealing Wraiths.
Looks like Maokai's getting forced out of his lane too.
This Swain is absolutely beautiful against these tanks. If I ever have to play against a tank in the top lane, I may think about Swain.
You might want to start by picking him up first, because you still haven't gotten to that yet.
Now, what I'm confused about is, if Vlad's available, why not take Vlad instead?
I think the big thing is mostly that, you know, it's a comfort thing. A lot of people don't like master a lot of champions, and so they don't have these ridiculous drafts that they set up in much the same way that LCS does.
I guess, yeah. I guess also the Swain CC just can potentially be really good. It's very good for lane as well, so.
Oh yeah.
Not much happening. Talia trying to find a loose Zac, potentially taking the River Crab, doesn't find anything.
Honestly, I'm more worried about the bot lane, because they need to get this reset and they need to get it pushing towards them right now. This is not good. If Kha'Zix does come back, and that doesn't seem to be for a while, but they don't know that, but if he comes back, they're just gonna probably die again.
Xayah still does have both her summoner spells after not using them last time. Kha'Zix is top side, not looking to go bottom.
Yeah, until they have vision of him, they have to play real safe here. Well, they should be playing real safe.
Very interesting. Now, like you were saying with the more solo queue comp for red side, as much as that's true, I also think like it looks like they have more damage, in my opinion, with the Swain, the Kha'Zix, Talia, and the Ezreal,
Yeah.
versus just the quirky Xayah. And as basic as it is, damage is, you know, obviously an extremely important stat, and if you don't have enough damage on the one side, any extended fight may go the wrong way.
Oh,
Considering you have
Kha'Zix coming in.
DPS,
That's a flash out for Corki.
and Kha'Zix flashes with the auto Q to get the kill.
Holy.
Talia brings them back. They aren't able to get the kill at all. But when it comes to this blue side team, they have 2 DPS mages, which means you're going to have extended fights versus 4 damage champions, which is just doesn't seem like a good combo.
I mean, I think the real thing is you're relying on 2 players in particular, your mid and your AD carry, to get like a lot of damage and just play very well behind the initiate and just wait for the initiate to, you know, initiate. And if you can do that, it's really consistent. Oh,
Kha'Zix finds Zac in his own jungle, not gonna be able to take out his passive though with the Corki pressure. Talia with the level 6 brings in the ulti. Oh, this is interesting. Misses the knockback on Corki, still following. Xayah though comes up, pushes them off.
both of them managed to get away. That was real close though.
Ezreal pressuring Xayah now. Back and forth. Maokai going in on Swain. Action all across the map.
Looks don't like go up to the bush. You're gonna
gaining more than the damage that Swain can do.
You're gonna eat the Maokai sapling if you go up to that bush. You need to be real careful when you're doing that.
And Rakan completely out trading Ezreal.
Swain getting real aggressive again, but unlike the Cho'Gath, he's just not doing as much damage as Maokai.
Yeah, with Maokai, not only is he spamming so many spells that Maokai just gets his healing passive basically every time he goes auto minion. He also has the potential to dodge out, and I think it's just innately more tankier with that sustain, so.
Yeah. I mean, there's one thing I'll give Maokai credit for as his passive. It's like frick magic. It's gonna give him a lot of sustain, and that's what's really important in this lane. I think we're gonna end up seeing more of a stalemate here than last game, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to look to bot and mid to see what kind of plays are made there.
Now, why does Maokai have minion dematerializer? Maokai entering in this fight. Zac also responding. Can Swain find the Q onto Maokai? Oh, Maokai forced to flash out before the Swain explodes. Zac is going to follow the turn from Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix looking for the kill on Maokai. Finds it. That's a 2 for 0 in the top lane. Great for red side.
Now you're
already has a 2.8k goal.
You were talking about the minion dematerializer. The big thing with Maokai is you want to do two things. Like, you're not like a relevant player in terms of carry potential, and so you're looking to just like I hate to say that, but
perfectly executed. That is a free kill.
Yeah, you just, like the Talia is going to be a relevant player in terms of just raw damage output. You got guys like Maokai who aren't, so you're just going to shove and you're going to try to be there to protect Corki and the other squishies from those kind of kills by Kha'Zix. And so Dematerializer helps you push in group, but it also helps you with your wave clear so that, again, you can push in group. It also helps you to, you know, kind of counteract that lane priority that Swain has. That's going to be super important.
Kha'Zix doing a great job of snowballing this early game so that he's a little bit more presence in the mid game.
Oh yeah, this is what a scary Kha'Zix looks like. The first game, I wasn't feeling it. Second game, you know, you could see it, but this third game,
getting there.
Yeah, this third game is really the scariest we've seen this Kha'Zix, and I'm really excited.
That is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Did you see that train in the top lane?
Yep. Somehow it's even more noodly than before. Yeah, it's even more noodle fight there.
Oh my god, that's so sad. Kha'Zix's looking for the Corki again, forcing his passive out for defensive use. Beautiful. That mobility boot Kha'Zix.
Corki has no priority in this jungle. He needs to like be mindful of that.
Kha'Zix looking to pressure blue side bottom lane jungle. Zach sneaking in for the possible gank here on bottom lane. Setting it up. And initiating.
He's coming in.
Knock up, but so
Kha'Zix coming in as well.
on the back end. Oh, he's kind of dancing around. Finds Zaya, backs out. Zaya not hitting anybody with her ultimate. Talia coming down as well as your ulti hits the Zaya. Zaya is still alive. Zaya falls. Oh, and blue side is decimated for the 3-0. That's gonna be first turret too.
I'll give Kha'Zix that. He when he did that first combo, he forced Talia to ult off, and because of that, they were able to really combo her and burst her down. Oh, that's ultimately what I think lended to that 3-0 right there.
First turret, probably Ocean Drake as well. Ocean Drake. And yeah, that's a great lead for red side right there. I mean, 6.4k
Yeah.
at 11 minutes.
And an Ocean Drake.
It's insane.
I think now we're both thinking about it. Top lane and this Ocean Drake. I think what it's really gonna do is like, there's no way Swain's taking damage anymore. There's just no way.
He has his Abyssal Mask now, which is more than Maokai has. Last time I saw, he got Maokai down to about half HP after the 20th trade. So
I counted 18 trades.
you got 18.
There had to be 18 trades.
Maybe 100 autos.
Nah, it was only like 95.
So sad.
I mean,
So
what
sad.
really worries me is he's got Airy. That Airy is gonna be like a lot of extra damage, and it's still not relevant in taking down like this Maokai.
Interesting champion.
Oh, but you know, when you build that much magic resist, Ezreal with a red buff is gonna be a lot scarier to you, that's for sure.
That's true. That's
They-
very true.
Did end up with the rotate. Good move on their part. That's probably gonna lend to a second tower right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Swain will just absolutely dumpster that Zaya in that 1v1 down there.
Oh yeah.
Red side looking to take the free top side turret. Think pressure. Zach, though, coming in with the gank. Missing this Q and E combo.
I think the ult came out of Ezreal a little early. It's just, as an Ezreal player, when you get jumped on by like that, sometimes I feel like, you know, you just automatically go into this mode where you're like, alright, I gotta empty my combo out.
Two fights happening at the same time. Kha'Zix is not able to get the Zach after he jumps away. Looking to return the fire, though. Corki flying away from Kha'Zix.
He
out of
is
fear of
getting a
burst.
real nasty 1v3 going there.
In the bottom lane of red side, just destroying this Maokai. It looks like top tower is going to fall. Maokai is succeeding it.
Oh, they got the
And the mid turret?
they got the mid. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to see top turret fall, and then I just see Talia's face. That's really good on their part. There's no
That
way.
is an 8.6k gold lead. This is feeling so snowbally. It's very solo queue. It's
That's
exactly
certain.
what red side wanted.
You see, okay, one of the things I like about those solo queue comps is it's everyone on their favorite champions, and you know, when you get to that state, you kind of play them like it is solo queue, like you're used to playing them. And so, you know, we're seeing a little more aggression and a little more one-sided solo queue stomp sort of play.
I'm again in love with this Swain pick, making it look good.
Well, someone's got to pick up the slack since the Orianna got banned.
It's got a huge CS lead against Maokai. It's about 2 kills worth of gold there. And actually, overall, Swain, with all the global gold given to him, is up 1.6 thousand gold against his enemy top lane of Maokai. So that's an entire haunting guys for him for free. Very impressive game. Very good showmanship by red side here.
trying to think what I'd see coming up next. I think that, honestly, their next move is probably to take this Rift Herald. That's going to be next on their list. They've got a real good mid-game spike here. They've got a... Oh, let me check the... on the Ezreal, you've got 680 mana on the Miramana. So he's going to be scaling up really soon. He's going to be coming in online in these fights within the next minute. And, you know, you've got that. You got to take that Rift Herald. You've got to take those other objectives because they're really going to be vital to finishing up the game from here.
Like you said, red side is taking Herald. Ezreal, though, being pressured by the Zac, manages to dodge all the knockups. Shen ulting Ezreal. He's in it. Gets the double taunt onto Zac and Rakan. They're trying to cut it out. Ezreal is in a stick position. He's going to dodge the Maokai ulti, but he uses ultimate for the stick situation. Kazakhstan on the back end manages to assassinate Xayah. Shen still tanking the 1v3. His team comes in to deal all the damage, and that is just destruction right there.
Quadra kill coming in for Rengar.
Rengar.
All right, Corki, come on, give him the pentakill. Give the pentakill.
Rengar's not in this game.
Oh, Kazakhs. Holy. You didn't hear that. That
You're
wasn't
working for the enemy.
That wasn't live.
Oh,
all
he's
right.
taunting
they're
them.
getting him. They're giving him the
The
pentakill.
wall is cast.
Oh, what a
Beautiful
tease.
taunt. Almost
What a
hit.
tease.
Oh, he hits the stun. Not good. No. They'll simply take that turn. Oh, beautiful over the wall CC by Swain. Doesn't turn into anything. Actually, a return 0-2 or 2-0 for blue side.
Wait, the Swain W hit.
Flash combo.
Swain, please.
It hit.
I can't contain my excitement. This is too good.
I expect Swain to snipe that Rakan on that ward right here.
Oh, he's going for it. He's going. Oh, it's not enough damage.
Wait, he actually got his passive shield up, and it didn't even break the shield, so it didn't stop his port.
That's just not much damage coming in.
Best ability in the game. You cannot deny.
Good ability. You gonna max it when you buy Swain?
Yes.
Good.
I'm going for full
Utility vision builds.
Oh, you see that Zac jump? Utility vision? I'm going full AP, dude.
Alright,
Your strike Swain. Throwing bombs everywhere. Do you know what the ratio is on it?
no clue.
I wonder if I can do the math.
I mean, it should be doing more damage now. They came in, they got a Infernal Drake off that. That's gonna maybe it'll pop. Maybe it'll pop the shields now.
It looks like it's almost a 0.75 AP ratio.
No, that's pretty respectable.
Makes sense. It's a difficult ability to hit.
Oh yeah. Alright, so what next do you think for the red side? I'm thinking, you know, you're gonna have this push up, split push coming in. I don't think it'll be a 1-3-1. I think it'll be a 1-4-0. They need that Ezreal to really just like shove them off towers. That's how they're gonna end up sieging this game.
It's interesting because when you look at it sort of on all fronts of red side's team count, with this much of a lead, I'd like to say that having the dual tank on blue side and the dual DPS makes it so that you can't go for a full-on 5v5 with them, that they might still have a chance. But the Swain almost completely deters that.
Maokai just stole the blue with a sapling.
Sapling? Oh, that's amazing. My screen didn't go for it.
They're definitely trying to hold on here. They're trying to make sure that, you know, they can't shove down these towers and they can't take like every little advantage they can.
Ooh, that Ezreal Q hurts. They will be able to siege down this inner mid turret. Zac actually going in with the knockup, hits Talia, brings back the Shen and the Talia. Talia is going to follow the enemy team. They're looking for more blue side. This might be too much, but it looks like
the burst coming in from Corki. That's
they're
a lot of
able
damage.
to kite it out. No, Ezreal will fall. Shen bringing in the ulti doesn't. It's not enough. Not enough. Kazakh's looking for revenge though. Gets the kill. Looking for the response kill onto Rakan. Rakan doesn't make it. This is so back and forth. Okay, Swain finally made it.
Swain!
Shen ignites Rakan. Swain brings the Maokai back.
Oh, and it's not
Beautiful.
enough damage anymore.
Oh, he gets him with the auto. Thank God. What?
You just
That was
wanna
so back and forth.
I think as a caster you might be a bit biased towards the Swain pick. Tiny bit.
It's so gorgeous. I love it. I love non-meta picks. I'm a hipster, you know. Less meta.
Disgusting.
I know. Wait, what's more disgusting? A meta slave or a league hipster?
You know, I'd say the hipster. At least the meta slave is like, you know what? I want to pick something that's good because I don't want to let my team down.
I can see that. Okay. Well,
And then you've got your league hipster. I've been playing Mordekaiser bot lane since before Riot reworked him to be a bot laner. Every time I think about it, it's nightmarish. I mean, you know, it tends to work in a lot of cases where the champions actually have like merit. So, like with the Kha'Zix pick, when it's not good, you see them come in when Kha'Zix is meta, and it's just a disgusting pick right now. Because, you know, they've had that practice when the champion wasn't that strong.
lots of pressure on Baron. Zac engages, doesn't find anything. Khan dancing around the back end of this fight. Swain still pushing bottom though. They have to respect that split push. Giving up a lot of pressure here on the Baron.
I think, honestly, what Red Side should do is before they go for that Baron, they should definitely try to take down this tower. That's a lot of gold for their side. They could easily back and then do they could do the Baron with the 150 extra gold on everyone. Is it 150?
I think so.
Yeah.
Might be 125.
Well, I mean, they're still getting
Red Side has started Baron.
and they're still getting the 125 gold because Swain is definitely going to be taking down this tower.
They back off after being spotted by Rakan, but the split push is still happening, and the Swain seems to be destroying this 1v1, so we'll see how long Mao can last. Corki is caught with the flank from Kha'Zix. Ezreal 2 is caught, though.
Trade coming in for Red Side.
Shen taking in that damage, but it looks like they're gonna clean up Blue Side with the possible return. That is a free Baron. 4 for 1. 4 for 1.
Kha'Zix really needed to get in there and threaten the Xayah. She was able to set up, and that allowed her to get off so much damage with her ultimate. That's really dangerous. You don't want to let Xayah do that, because once she sets up, you know, your fight's done.
And it didn't look like there's any good place for Swain to teleport into there, so it's very interesting. But Swain is now here. Looks like he's just going to go straight face into this fight. Doesn't manage to make anything. Rakan blocking the damage for Xayah. Makai coming in to tank this. And the Ezreal will take it. Nope.
Oh!
Does kill Zac though.
Well, I mean, at least he got the steal. Or the kill. But yeah, Corki coming in with the teleport. I think the big thing there is you want to make sure that the Bloblets didn't die to the Barret. Now, I gotta respect those creative uses of teleport, though. I think those are always real fascinating to see.
I think Red Side is still pressuring aggressively here in the enemy jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Kha'Zix looking for...
Your initiate is down, you know, time to fight, time to pick up kills. Xayah's guaranteed to be dead here.
Flashes. Nope.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Really crazy burst considering.
That's real ulting for vision, maybe?
Probably just for poke on Rakan. Dealing a lot of damage to that Zac. Just casually throwing Qs.
Yeah.
Red Side able to pick up this Drake for free.
Next move should probably be to get this mid tower. It's been low for the last 5-10 minutes.
It's really not looking good for Blue Side right now. I mean, they were able to find the Xayah, so they couldn't use anything with Baron immediately, but they're at this stalemate where they have this buff, but they're still like 10,000 gold behind, and there's just nothing they can do right now.
best thing they can really do is just farm up into the game. I don't think there are any other options.
Yeah, what do you do in this situation where you just, like, I mean, you've already dug yourself such a hole that it's kind of like you almost purposely wanted yourself to be here. Just how do you get out of this situation?
I think one of the big things is they need to set up so that Xayah can farm. She doesn't have proper ward coverage, and so she can't really touch the bot lane. She doesn't know where Kha'Zix is. If you notice, Kha'Zix's red side has 2 wards along those entrances, so Kha'Zix can enter, and she can't see him.
Absolutely no damage dealt to Maokai. They might be able to get this turret. First turret for blue side this game with the Baron buff. Looking for something. Talia flashes out of the Rakan combo and then returns the fire, dropping him. Oh.
Corki's low. Kha'Zix coming in for this.
Kha'Zix slowing 3 people. If Shen can get a taunt. Forcing the flash out of Corki.
He needs to get out. Well then.
A little too deep.
I think one of the big things with Kha'Zix is you need to be able to really just, I guess, use your ult to dance around the enemy team. And if he's not doing that, he's going to get caught, like, singled out and killed very quickly.
Maokai using one of his 5 minion dematerializers to kill a powered siege minion. Still has those. That must be why he has them.
I'm surprised, honestly. I thought he'd be using them more in lane. It's a very powerful lane tool.
It's also very useful though if you have those siege minions.
The biggest user you see for the dematerializer is Twisted Fate, and the reason is you get an earlier point where you can one-shot the wave if you use 5 on the casters and then 1 on the cannon minion, or not the cannon, the melee minions. It's a very strange setup, and you know, you figure that's what most people are trying to set it up for. You want to have just this right amount of extra damage on these minions so you can just wave clear and rotate.
Yeah, but on Maokai, you don't have enough damage, I don't think, to one-shot the backline anyway, so...
It's generally just when you're trying to, I guess, really set up and make sure that you're just pushing constantly.
Alright. Pretty stalemate here. Swain in the bottom lane. Pressuring here in the mid, but I don't know.
They really need to wait for Swain to push up. If he's not pushed up, then they're gonna end up getting caught out and killed for no value if they lose this fight.
And they need to stop the slow push on the top side. Kha'Zix looking to come down and...
Kha'Zix should get that slow push first before he groups up.
Yeah, this is not good for them.
He's pacing back and forth. I think he just isn't sure.
He doesn't want to go to that end and then have his team initiated on.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but nothing's going to be able to be done. Xayah catching a wave. It's pretty interesting. So this game is already going on a little bit longer than last game. Getting to see a little bit more of this Swain build. He opts for the Rylai's after the Leandries.
I think the big thing is because you don't see it because it's so like negligible damage, but the longer, like if Swain's in his ultimate, he's very slowly draining you. And so you're constantly getting these Rylai's procs.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's against a champion, like against the Cho'Gath and the Maokai, this damage that he's dealing is very negligible, so you don't see it until it's like actively slowing you.
Kha'Zix in an uncomfortable spot manages to get out and then heads straight back in. Looking for the flank. Something might happen here. They might be pinch. Talia with a great combo onto the enemy team. Lowers Corki and Rakan. Not enough pressure to take anybody down. Swain is pushing in though. But it looks like they're headed topside. Baron's up in 20-something seconds.
I think
maybe something will actually happen.
Honestly, I think what they're trying to do here is they're trying to push them in a assert themselves, because if they do this, then they can easily go for the Baron while they're like trying to wait for Baron.
It's true.
I mean, I'm not a fan of, nor am I accustomed to like really slow-paced gameplay, but that's my best bet at what they're trying to do with it.
Now this is interesting. I think he's had it for a while, but Rakan sort of rushed Zeke's conversions for the Xayah damage, which is really nifty. It increases whoever you put it to auto attacks by 50% for magic damage over time.
Yeah.
I personally love the item. I think it's secretly really strong,
I mean, I think
especially in
that
champions like Draven or Jhin.
when Zach makes engages like that, you know, you're gonna find this definitive time to use it, and that's gonna be really good. Like, underrated, that's for sure.
Swain finding a free inhibitor tower in the bottom lane. Blue side is not able to respond to both the Baron and the bottom inhib.
They need to do something definitive now. There's a Baron on the field, there's a Turtle Drake on the field, and there's an open inhibitor. They need to move now.
Lot of disjointed interest on both sides of the field, not knowing exactly what to do, not knowing exactly where the enemy team is. Maokai wants to go to top lane, but there's a Drake up. Zach is kind of confused as to whether they're on Baron or not.
Well, I mean,
It's
I
a
think
free
the
Drake.
big thing is once Corki revealed himself bot lane, they were like, yeah, let's just get this easy Infernal Drake.
And blue side actually doesn't have any vision on the pit. That's really not good.
That's the first thing they need to work on right now. I mean, they have a Farseer trinket.
Shit. Slightly out of position, not gonna engage, no damage. Oh, that is a scary goddamn Kha'Zix. Oh, they find Maokai out of position. Kha'Zix just invisible for like 8 seconds there. Not gonna be able to take him down, but bringing him extremely
There's
low.
a reason he's a top tier pick right now. It's mostly because he's just running around the entire map, almost completely invisible.
Reminding Maokai that he is, in fact, burnable. A lot of pressure around this Baron. Baron is absolutely shredded by the red buff, or by the red team. And Maokai cancels his teleport. Swain solos the enemy mid laner with ease. I love the champion, by the way. Oh my god. The tide just seems to be picking them off one by one. Swain is just in it.
Does not land the ult,
Man,
but that
it's just
doesn't stop him. He still manages to burst down a Zach.
And red side is just slowly picking their way through the blue side right now. Ezreal Q doing about a third of Xayah's health. Oh wow. All the blue side falls for the
Swain's
30
sacrifice right there ends up winning the fight for them. There's just no way. Like, the damage he's putting out on Zach is incredible, especially for someone who hasn't built like any magic penetration.
That was really, like, yeah, I mean, him making sure that they have to respond to him gave his team time to come and catch up to the enemy team who was retreating. Otherwise, Zach would have just died for free. But in the end, that would have been a better trade.
In the end, it looks like it doesn't really matter.
God damn it. Enhanced siege minion able to take down that Nexus turret.
I think they're gonna back this time. They have one of the towers down for the inhibitor or Nexus, and you know they've got 2 inhibitors down. It's just looks like a final siege up top lane, and that's gonna end the game.
Yeah. 17,000 gold lead for red side. Well deserved. Very well played game by them. Great series as well, actually.
I'd say so. Oh,
It was 0-1. They brought back from they're down a game.
One of the things I'm interested about is, you know, you're seeing a Zanyas coming in on both sides for the Swain and Natalia. What do you think of that?
I mean, it basically secures the game for them.
Oh, I'd say that's fair. Okay, I can see
If
that.
anything happens that's wrong, boom, 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, the issue is they have so much magic damage, I was just confused. Like, you've got the Corki, you got the Maokai, and you got the Zac. Oh, and the Rakan. Like, you're just not getting enough physical damage output to really justify the Zanyas.
But in these extended fights, especially for Swain, who still heals while he's in this Zanya, it looks like the enemy team is actually still going for it, though. Shen falls, both supports for both teams fall, but Swain is still pushing up, able to grab the Maokai, pulls him back into the ultimate.
Not look like Swain's going to need that Zanyas anyway.
Swain in demon form is a scary, scary bird. Kha'Zix,
Well, that's sure.
able to walk away. So much pressure from this Swain. Every single time he throws out any form of CC, it catches, and it's amazing. And that looks like it's going to be it. GG, well played. Thrown out in the all chat. Beautiful series.
All right, now what are your final thoughts on this game?
It's Kha'Zix MVP.